Hey, this is Wilson. Um, as always, I'm joined by my two prestigious co-hosts, uh, Shane Christopher Murray and Jason Big Mitch Mitchell. Um, we're recording uh, 2 Mondays in a row for the
Oh,
first time in I don't know how long.
new
Consistency.
record. New record. Oh,
Um,
shoot.
and so, we're yeah, we're happy to be here as always. Since last week, what's happened? Came back from the came back from the All Star break, and how many? We played 2 games since then, and we're 2-0. Currently,
Four
we're on
and one trade.
we're at a 3 game winning streak overall. We were out
Trey.
we were without D'Angelo Russell yesterday in Dallas, but we were able to stage a furious rally after being down 27 points. We were able to make a comeback and win. You may have seen that it was Lakers' biggest comeback since December of
2002.
2002.
Man.
I'll never forget that game. We came back from down 30 against the same, well, the Dallas team back then with Steve Nash and Finley and Nowitzki.
And also the first time this year somebody down 27 has come back to win
Right.
like one
Um,
279 or something like that. So
Fairly
right.
impressive. Fairly impressive.
Right. And so we're going to get into that and the buyout market and things like that. But first, we're going to start with Dame Lillard last night dropping 71 points on the who did they play? They played the Rockets, I think. Uh,
yep.
it's funny. I had Dame to finish. I think his line. I started for people who don't know. I started playing like underdog fantasy and Prize Picks, and I had Dame to finish under 50 total points, rebounds, and assists. Man scored 71 points.
Oh, man.
It ruined my parlay.
Man. Oh,
uh,
my gosh.
and so that happened, and that sucked. But what a performance! James I think listed at like 6'3". He scored 71 points. You had Donovan Mitchell who was listed at 6'1" earlier in the season, and he scored 71. You know, but when I think about it, and I think back to Kobe's 81, and I said last night that you know it's like seeing guys score that many points is not as shocking as it used to be. Like I remember even before Kobe, when Kobe scored 81, um, and he had even before that, I remember like Tracy McGrady had a 60-point game that I remember. And I remember when he scored 60, me thinking that was the first time I think I'd ever seen anybody score 60 points. But nowadays, guys it'll be 2 or 3 guys a season who score 60 points or
It'll be
better.
2 or 3 guys in the week.
Right. You
It's
know,
wild.
so it's like it'll never be as shocking today as it was like when Kobe scored 81. That was just because I just dominated the news cycle for probably at least a week back then.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
and I think 71 points is impressive, but the way the pace is now, it's
And the
like back
three-point
then,
shot.
right when Kobe did that, we had come out of the so-called dead ball era of like the 90s through like 2004, right? So in 2005, that's when they took away the hand checking. That was the first year of that, and they'd already taken away the they made it so you could play zone basically with the defensive 3-second rule. So it
Hmm.
opened up the game for a lot of more scoring, and so, but still, it wasn't anything like today. You know, it's no comparison. So what Kobe did as a 6'6" guard, scoring 81 points, still probably the most impressive scoring feat, uh, you know, in the history of the game, pound for pound. You guys
Hmm.
have anything you want to say though about what Mitchell did last night? Donovan Mitchell.
You mean Dame?
Oh
Dame
no, what
Lillard,
not
you
Dame?
mean?
I'm sorry, Dame. What Dame did last night?
I mean, yeah, I was just gonna say, I was like, man, it seems like it's happening more and more. Book got his 70. I mean, he was kind of padding stats at the end, and they lost. Donovan Mitchell pulled it off a couple weeks ago. Now you got Dame pulling out 71. So yeah, it's kind of becoming less impressive, kind of. It's weird. It's weird because to say that somebody scoring 71 is and it's not that impressive sounds weird to say, but I don't know. I mean,
Shout out to Dame Time. Yeah. Also they
places,
needed that win because they in the playoff race with us too. So and actually we needed them to lose, but because
Blazers are currently sitting in 11th over us because they are 29 and 31. We're 29 and 32.
That's what I'm saying. So we needed them to lose, but they did that. So
he said, no, 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 no.
So I'm just wondering, like, how long he gonna be comfortable doing that in Portland. That's my thing. And
seems like he's the type to write it out.
It's like, what is he trying to prove, though?
I mean, he just said recently on a podcast, they better never hope that I win a championship for the Blazers. That to me signals that he's in it for the long haul. He's going to stay a Blazer. He's just going to try to, like, if anything, he's going to try to recruit somebody to come to Portland to play.
Nobody gonna come to Portland.
No, that's not going to happen, is it, Mitch?
Nobody gonna come to Portland.
I mean, talk to KD, man. KD's a mercenary, so KD maybe, I don't know. They get some other pieces maybe, But I feel like who's Dame like super cool with in the league though? That's the thing, And could he coerce them to come to play in Portland, Oregon?
Not gonna happen.
It's not too colorful up there, so it's like a hard sell to get somebody to come to Portland,
Yeah, not gonna happen.
You never know.
Never say never, but no.
Yeah. So, Shane, did you say anything, Shane? That was it. You just said shut out the name. Okay.
I mean, yeah. So like, I still consider it an impressive feat to get 71, even though it's happening more. But I'm just happy he didn't break Kobe's record. And I feel like Kobe's is some people trying to put Kobe to the back burner a little bit or something. So I'm happy he still has that record. You know what I'm saying? So it could always pinpoint that. But I would have liked to see Portland lose. But shout out to Dame. Love Dame Dollar.
Shout out to Dame. It's Dame time.
Yeah, shout out to Dame because he's a killer. One of the probably no player in the league that I fear more in the last 5
Always kills us.
Yeah, always.
For no reason. We didn't do anything to him.
Yeah, what the hell, Dame?
He likes LA.
He's an assassin.
He has a weird way of showing it.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on to the Lakers. Like I said, 3-game winning streak.
Mm-hmm.
But D'Lo day to day, and LeBron out. LeBron injured his foot yesterday, but he was able to finish the game. And they say he could miss multiple weeks now, but he definitely won't play against Memphis tomorrow. No. We were talking about this off air. I'll start with Mitch. Mitch, if LeBron misses 2 weeks, do the Lakers still make the play-in?
It's hard to say because I definitely think we need D'Lo to, make the hell with my comfort level with saying yes, we'll still make the play-in. The way I'll say it like this then: if Anthony Davis can play the way that he played yesterday, we'll still make the play-in if LeBron misses 2 weeks and D'Lo comes back within a reasonable time. AD got to play the way he played yesterday. AD's got to play the way AD can play. Like there's no way around it. There's no more time to be like, well, okay, it's okay, we'll get it next. No, it's got to happen now. It's got to happen now. He's got to pull his big boy pants on. Shane Murray can't give him no more excuses. Like he's got
ain't no more excuses for AD.
the plate. 21 games left. 21 games left. That's it. That's all we got. Ain't no time to play around.
You're not allowed to miss a single game for the rest of the.
He can't miss any game.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, without LeBron, I feel like LeBron, because I feel like AD has to be the best player on this team. I said it before, I'll say it again. AD has to be the best player on this team, and I think he is the best player on this team. Low key, he just needs to I feel like he needs to know that he's the best player on the team. Almost like I feel like it can't just keep coming from us, like the fans or the media. Like, dude, he needs to be like, all right, LeBron, listen, it's my time. You take a step back. You get to the wing. You throw it to me in the post, and then you cut through and get out of my way. I'm going to work. That's what AD. He has to do it. I just feel like there's no other way around that.
And I don't think he has that in him, Mitch. I don't know if he has it in him to go, I'm the man, this is my team.
Foolishly, I still have
yell out yesterday that he's that guy. So we'll see.
That's the dude I miss. I knew he had that 2020 look in his eye last night.
He did.
He had that 2020 look. I'm like that. Like he had that look in his eye. I need that guy for 21 more games. I need him.
So yeah, there's definitely enough to make the play in at the very least, but definitely to put the playoffs. You just AD got to step up. D'Lo got to come back and gutting. Beasley be more consistent, and then Roy or a couple of guys off the bench got to step up more.
Yeah, man. What happened?
Pick up a guy from the what you call bio market, and we go handle it that way.
What happened to Rui? No, we got to call him when he's doing bad. We got to call him Roy. When he's doing good, you can call him Rui again.
I don't think nothing happened to him. It just he has to fit in the mix with the new guys, and plus,
so he got lost in the shuffle.
Darvin Ham, he shifted the rotation some, so it's like,
so he got lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, he has to adjust.
How long are we supposed to give him to adjust?
He's probably gonna play a lot more now since Bron might be out.
Yeah, but realistically, we need him to adjust to playing with LeBron.
Right.
Realistically,
I think he plays well with LeBron. I think it's more so a coaching thing, more so than him.
I feel like I was promised that he would hit more threes.
Well, he's more of a mid-range shooter though, but he can hit threes. Like Shaq said, he gave him Rick Fox vibes, and I haven't been able to not see that other than Rick Fox shot a little more threes than him, but at the same time, it's hard. He has to Darvin Ham has to give him more confidence to use him properly. Like, you gotta put him in the right spots. Cause he's somebody you can go to be in the post or the one-on-one when you need it. It hasn't been necessarily needed at the time. Plus Vanderbilt defense, you have to put one of those two together. You can't put them both together. Or maybe certain matchups. So
yeah, I like this guy Vanderbilt. He's my new favorite player on the Lakers.
And we got him locked up for next year too, so
we should never let him go.
Vanderbilt was huge yesterday. I think he had 15 points and 17 rebounds. I went to sleep.
4 steals.
I went to sleep at halftime, and when I woke up, I went on YouTube and I was like, "Wow, They won. Uh, I didn't think they were going to win. I know they had cut it down. I knew it was because I've never really seen a basketball game, right? Where one team comes out and they're down by 27 points early and they just never make it competitive. Like I've never seen a four-quarter basketball game that was not competitive at any part of the game. So I knew the Lakers had to make a some type of
You know what you're
run.
turning into, Wilson?
But
You're turning into the Steve Mason of the show.
what is that supposed to mean?
Yeah, what's that supposed to mean?
So Steve Mason, like he goes to Laker games most of the time, but he'll leave like in the second quarter or third quarter, and then he has this thing where, probably since the trade happened, where he flip flops his decision based on every game. When Lakers win, oh, we're gonna make the playoffs. Lakers lose, oh, it's too late. Da, 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 da. And you're turning into that
Why? Because I
And
went to sleep at halftime.
because you fall asleep at halftime. You're always panicking, always pessimistic, but it's okay. We got you.
I'm just saying, when I was coming up, bro, Lakers didn't have these type of problems. Lakers didn't have these type of problems.
I
Yeah,
mean,
we had Shaq and Kobe. We were
exactly.
good.
Yeah, Shaq and Kobe. You didn't need those type of problems.
But bro, that's what I'm saying. Why? This is the only time though in Lakers history we've had two players like LeBron and AD, and every year it was a struggle. It doesn't make any sense.
makes zero sense.
We had Will,
Well,
we had Baylor and
LeBron ain't
West.
Kobe and AD ain't Shaq. So it's
Bro, come on now.
But I
They're
mean,
not, but I'm just saying.
isn't LeBron like the greatest scorer in NBA history?
He's
supposed to be,
supposed
supposedly,
to be.
according to numbers.
Supposedly.
But maybe numbers lie.
Ooh.
So Shane, what? So like, let's say out of 10, how close are AD and LeBron to being Shaq and Kobe? Not just based on these last 2 years that they suck, but as players, and as a like just talent and
As a duo.
duo, right? How close are
As
they
a
to being Shaq
duo?
and Kobe?
I mean, it's been a while since they've been at the 2020 level. So 2020, AD and Bron, there's about a 7 to 8. But now they like 1 week they could be a 6, 1 week they could be a 9, 1 week they could be a 2.
Overall, I give him a 1.
Yeah, the point I was trying to make is that these are two superstars, and historically, when the Lakers have had two superstars, they haven't had to come out every year and wonder if they were going to make the playoffs or not. You know, and
Right,
so
but we never had two superstars who got injured as much as they do, though.
That's why they're not close.
yeah,
Like Shaq
um,
and Kobe, like they tough it out no matter what.
it's like yesterday,
That's
right?
why they're not close.
Right.
Yesterday, I stepped outside and it was like a vine had fallen on, because we've had these storms in Los Angeles, and a vine from a tree had fallen in the backyard right in front of the steps. And so I stepped off the porch and I twisted my ankle real bad. Like, and I don't know, I think I might have broken my foot or something. You know how you can have like I might have the injury AD had. Like, it's not like a full break in my foot, but something
Right.
like maybe I broke a certain like a bone in my foot or something like that. Oh, here we go, Shane. Come on, Shane.
Here we go.
Can you just leave and come back right quick, Shane?
Oh my God.
How does he do that? I'm literally amazed at how he does that once a show. Like out of nowhere.
Shane, what's wrong with you, brother?
It's the wildest thing.
It happens every show, doesn't it?
Every show. Once a show. It's wild.
Well, So what was I saying? Yeah, I stepped off the porch, and when I stepped off the porch, I turned my foot real bad, and then it's like I don't know, I might have broken a bone in my foot, but it's like now it's like it's it's like I just sat down for a second and kind of just waited for the pain to subside a little bit. It's a little sore. I was thinking like, man, you know, if I was playing for the Lakers, I might miss, I don't know, a game, maybe, you know. But
Hmm.
it's gone are the days when guys would play through injuries of any kind. You know, I remember
Hmm.
in '87, Kevin McHale played with like a broken bone in his foot like the whole season. For
Yeah.
the Celtics. So it's just, I mean, I don't even want to get into how it's just a different day, and I know I think we've talked about it before, but it's
Well,
just,
we also might have to blame technology on that too, because now there's technology where like they'll look at players' health during practice, and they see one sign of something like, oh, that don't look right, they'll make them sit out, even though the player wants to play.
hmm
So
it's a different game, man.
yeah,
But yeah, I think Shane wanted to talk about also the what else? The buy market, right?
yeah. So I mean, with LeBron's injury supposedly maybe taking a couple weeks. Um, Hopefully D'Lo's back pretty soon, but you never could tell with that either. And one roster spot left. I mean, it might be time to see what's out there. Like best available look like Will Barton. You pick him up, he could be an instant offense off the bench, and plus he's 6'6", and add to the wing depth and add some defense. Or North Noel just got released. That could be AD insurance. Or if you want to ride with what you got, then come playoff time and just add Cole Swider or Huff for extra insurance. You could do that too, but it might be time to, look at that spot for some extra help for that final push.
Um, but you got anything to add to that?
Sometimes the best move is to not make a move.
hmm
So buyout. I mean, I feel like this team, as currently constructed, has plenty depth.
Mm.
So might not even need to make a move. I mean, Austin Reeves has clearly found his swagger again, uh, getting in the face of whatchamacallit Green or whatever his name is.
First Tech.
I didn't know Austin Reeves had it in him. I was like, dang, I like that.
Love it.
Let us see that. Like, damn. All right, AR, my bad.
AR.
Man,
Um,
he found that little bit of thug in him.
I mean, he around brothers all day. You better find it.
Man.
so what are you trying to say, Shane? Black
Hey.
men are thugs?
Oh shoot.
So I'm just saying he it was for a minute, but he was getting punked. Call it what it is. He got punked all last season. That's why he hit the weight room. He still got punked, still get punked a little bit. So eventually you someone gotta give.
um, it seems like this is going to be a short episode this week. I don't know. It's not that much to. Uh,
I just wanna point out also that Shannon Sharp, shout out to Uncle Shay. He has backed up the opinion that these point guards in today's league are not
Hall
pure
of Fame
point
football
guards.
player. Yeah.
They're not pure point guards. They are scoring guards that can pass. Just
The Hall of
shout out to
Fame
Uncle
football
Shay.
player. That's you.
when,
Okay.
when when did Shannon say that, Mitch?
Today on Undisputed, they were talking about Dame, and
See,
he's like,
you
like
confirming with a Hall of Fame football player.
so now you're saying Shannon Sharp doesn't know basketball. Is
I
that
mean,
what
he
you're saying?
knows some basketball, but I ain't going.
Oh, so you're trying to put him in a box? Because
he's
because he played football. You can't know basketball, right?
He's trying to put point guard into a box. So,
wow, nobody's putting them in a box.
You're basically saying because they score a lot, they can't be pure point guards.
Well, if you score a lot, you're not a pure point guard.
Yeah, how can you score 25 or more points a game and be a pure point guard, Shane?
Yes, you can.
Oh my God. So never. Let's not even get into this again.
Nobody likes a one-dimensional point guard anyway.
Who said one dimensional?
Yeah, who said one dimensional? Like Steve Nash could score.
Steve Nash could shoot.
He could score too. He could put it down on the floor and do. Yes,
he can shoot.
Man.
He can't score.
Steve Nash's one-handed layups were nasty. Don't pretend like.
But nobody gonna put pencil him in for 15, 20 points.
That's what he did. That's his whole career.
Yeah, 15 points.
14 points.
Pencil in for 15. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Based off shooting.
I mean, that's part of scoring. What do you mean? Confused.
I mean, you're not gonna sit there like we need a bucket. Give it to Steve Nash.
That's what they used to do, Shane, when he was in Phoenix. He was the closer.
They get him to find somebody to give him a bucket.
Shane.
Or be open for a three.
So who was the closer for the Suns when Nash was there?
Amari or Sean Marion?
Oh, come on, Shane. Sean Marion was the closer. Amari. Amari needs somebody to pass him the ball. Why are you lying
Steve
again?
Nash.
But Shane, oh my God, bro. You're lying again.
Wasn't the closer?
No, he's not a closer.
On the Suns, he was.
What does Shane Murray base his opinions on? This is just like how you
imagination,
actually playing and actually watching.
You didn't watch the Suns if you didn't know that Steve Nash was their closer.
He was not the closer.
So they would throw
he was their
Amari.
Creator. He wasn't a closer. That's the difference.
So he would throw it to Amari and go, okay, Amari, last 2 minutes, get us a bucket.
Pick and roll with Amari. If he's not there, kick it out to Sean Marion or Joe Johnson or Quentin Richardson. That was the offense. That was the offense, literally.
So Steve Nash didn't average 15 or 20 points a game for the Suns?
He added 15 off threes. Not saying, oh, go get you a bucket.
So now you're trying to say
he averaged 15. He was one of those guys who was a 40, 90 guy.
You mean 50, 90, a 50, 40, 90 guy, you mean?
Yeah. Whatever.
That still means he shot 50% from the field.
But now make him a scorer. Like AJ Redick shot 40, 50% from the field, from three, but he didn't average 20 points a game.
So you telling me that Steve Nash as a scorer was basically just like a JJ Redick?
One more time?
You said Steve Nash as a scorer was basically just like a JJ Redick.
Yeah.
Okay. So Steve Nash couldn't. So
found a way to get to the line.
So when Steve, when they would,
how do you think you get to the free throw line?
Huh?
How do you think you get to the free throw line? What do you think you have to do?
Penetrating, or you get fouled off your threes?
Okay. Well, like, what do you mean? You act like he was just like a standstill, like, okay, I would just like knock this. Like, no.
He was a creator, but he's not somebody you necessarily say, okay, he go get you a bucket.
You don't remember when they would do pick and roll, like you said, and this big man would get switched on to Nash, and Nash.
I mean, he had some nice one-legged floaters and nice mid-range. Like, he could shoot, no doubt. But
remember, in 2006, Shane, they beat us in the first round. Amari didn't even play. Amari was hurt basically the whole season.
That was mainly because they deaf, not because of Steve Nash.
But so in that series, though, they would go at the end. They would go, okay, let's give it. Come on, Sean Marion. Sean Marion never went one-on-one in his life. All he did was shoot corner threes and dunk. That's pretty much all he did.
That's not true. That's true.
So Sean Marion used to go one-on-one?
At times, he had some one-on-one matchups. Yes, he did.
God. You all right, Shay? This man
All
Shay
right.
Murray is something else.
But he's always been surrounded by depth. Like the last championship run with Kobe, he had Steve Nash had Grant Hill, Dudley. You know what I'm saying, like, he's always been surrounded by shooters and lots of depth.
Shane, why do you always feel the need to take? Why is it okay when Shane Murray legitimately tries to take things away from people, but if we say one little
I'm
thing,
not taking away from anybody. I'm just
You're taking away from Steve Nash.
no, I'm not.
yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
First you said he couldn't score. Then you said now you're saying oh he just always had depth and shooters around him.
It's
Yeah,
like before when we were talking about like Eric Gordon and he didn't do anything last night, and Tyler still had him in over Russ. You over here caping up for Eric Gordon.
I wasn't trying to kill him. I'm just saying, like, you have to look at it from a logical perspective. You can't just say, oh, he ain't scoring, oh, he sucks, oh, he's not doing nothing.
I guess we'll
Well,
close
if
with
he's
that.
just if Eric Gordon is just standing out there taking up space, he's not doing nothing.
But you can't say he's taking up space, not doing nothing, where he's a shooter and he's not getting the ball.
Why didn't he go get a rebound?
You know why he don't get a rebound? He's a guard, first off. Secondly, that's a coaching strategy.
So,
Coaches, not
so
all coaches want their guards to go rebound.
so rebounds.
No, that's a fact.
So rebounds. So first of all, it's the point guard's job to play safety. But so you're saying rebounds.
Some coaches don't want their guards getting rebounds.
So rebounds never bounce long. Is that what you're saying? They never bounce long. They only bounce on the paint. So big men.
They bounce long at times, not all the time.
All right. Why didn't he play some defense, get a steal, and get an easy bucket for himself?
I mean, it's hard to fault his defense when the team as a whole gave a 175 to Sacramento.
We're not talking about the whole team. We're talking about Eric Gordon specifically playing over Russ, though.
I mean, I think Russ should play over Eric Gordon.
I'm just caping up for Eric Gordon for no reason. Just say that.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying you have to look. You have to look at it from a logical perspective. You can't just look at Eric Gordon and be like, "Oh, he's taking up space." When reality,
why not?
Used right.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Why
are you so sensitive?
Why couldn't he just be there taking up space for one game at least? We all know Eric Gordon.
Because he's not being used right. He's not being used right, and he's not getting the ball.
How are you supposed to use
Eric Gordon
at this stage in his career? How are you supposed to use Eric Gordon? What do you mean?
Draw and kick, create ISOs for him, get him to the free throw line, run some picks for him. He's supposed to be there. He's supposed to be there to be 3 and D. Eric Gordon is having to watch.
You think about Eric Gordon in 2016, like not Eric Gordon in 2023.
That's period. No matter if it's 2016 or 2021. Now, granted, he's not going to do it. He's not going to do as much as he did back in 2016. But you don't add an Eric Gordon. You're not going to create some space for him to shoot or get him the ball. Period.
So when you said you watched the game against Sacramento. So when that game against Sacramento, which is a 175-174 game, was that what you saw? Was Eric Gordon just standing out there and them not passing the ball or something like that?
The majority of the time, like, he did have a couple moments where he got it and tried to go to the rack a little bit and got fouled a couple times, but they're not really. He's like a fourth or fifth option in that offense. But he's talking about a guy that was the second or third option on Houston. So there's an adjustment there for both sides.
So that's what I'm saying. Why didn't they have Russ in over him though?
Because Russ, you said why or why didn't they?
Why? Yeah, why didn't they have Russ in it over Eric Gordon then?
Because at the time, like if you play Kawhi and PG, there's really no need for Eric Gordon because they all do the same shit.
You mean there's no need for a Westbrook?
No need for Eric Gordon because why am I going to play?
Oh, then why was he out there?
What do you mean? Why was who out there?
Eric Gordon.
But Russ can't play every minute, and plus Eric Gordon's technically a better shooter.
He didn't play the whole fourth quarter and overtime.
What?
Let me set it up.
Where Eric Gordon's a better shooter and a better defender. Well, logically,
for people
You
who don't
said
know,
Eric Gordon is a better defender than Russ?
yeah.
Stop it. What are you drinking?
What do you mean when I'm on?
Show me your
He's
cup.
been a better defender than Russ.
for those
Russ
who
ain't
don't,
played defense since college.
for those who don't
What you
know
talking about?
what I'm talking about, when I'm off
What you
air.
mean? What? I ain't no surprise.
So last night, the Clippers played in Denver, right? And Westbrook, through 3 quarters, had played 25 minutes. He had 17 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, only 2 turnovers. I was watching the game because, like I said, I've started using the Underdog Fantasy app and Prize Pick. So I had Westbrook to go over 27.5 points and assists. He had 26 and he had 26 at the end of 3 quarters. And I was watching because he played. I think their rotation up to that point, like in the first quarter, he had come out like somewhere around the 5 minute mark. So for them to play in the whole third quarter, I knew right then in my mind, I said, well, he's not going to play the fourth quarter. And sure enough, he didn't play the fourth quarter and didn't play in overtime. Now, what was really strange, though, is that once they got to overtime, Denver scored the first 9 points of the game, and Ty Lue still didn't put Westbrook back in the game. And as I
Let me
said,
ask you this: what five did Denver use?
I think Denver had obviously Murray, obviously Porter, obviously Gordon, obviously Jokic, and then either KCP or Reggie Jackson was playing too. So, but my point is that Eric Gordon didn't score a single point the whole night in like 26 or 27 minutes. And once Denver came out and scored the first 9 points of overtime, why didn't Ty Lue put Westbrook back in the game to see if he could try to make something happen? It just didn't make any sense. They lost the game, and a bunch of people lost money, like me, who had the over on Westbrook. And I saw a couple people say, I retweeted them.
Well, it felt like as many people like to say, Ty Lue's one of the best coaches in the league. It felt like he dropped the ball on that.
Well, now you're saying Ty Lue's not a good coach.
I don't consider that, but a lot of people consider him like a top 5 coach in the league. I've heard that several times, which I don't believe, but that's one of those situations where he didn't make the best coaching decision, and from his logic, he probably thought he needed to go with somebody with a little more length, size-wise, over Westbrook. That's
they're the same size. What are you talking about?
Who do you think are the top coaches in the league right now?
Even though they lose, I'll still put Pop in there, given proper team.
Okay, legacy pick. I'm okay with that.
Who else? Shit. Steve Kerr.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Okay, Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr got to be the best coach in the league currently.
Based on success, even though I'm still not really fond of him like that, but based on success, I'll put Budenholzer on there.
Coach Bud, okay. He got a ring. He got a ring.
Yeah, he got a ring.
That's three. So you said Kerr, Bud, and Pop. Who else?
No particular order. Also, based on the success, I give it to Memphis coach. Was it Jenkins? Mike Jenkins?
Whatever his name is.
Yeah.
So Memphis coach. Okay. Okay.
What else? I think at least this year, coach of the year got to go to Mike Brown, but he's done with Sacramento.
But is he one of the best coaches in the league? He could be the coach of the year. He might not be one of the best coaches in the league, though.
I'm just putting it out there with coach of the year. As far as anything else, that's like, yeah, that's a toss up for number 5. To be honest.
What about Mike Malone, Denver coach?
I mean, I guess you can make an argument for that, but they've been higher than fifth or sixth the last 3 or 4 years, and the way they set up is I don't like nothing about Denver, so I don't. But you,
I mean, they're number
you make an
one this year.
argument. You can make an argument there based on their track record, yeah, but I wouldn't.
Hey, why you say it like that?
Why do you?
I just
Why
don't
you
like
hate
nothing
Denver?
about Denver. I don't like Jokic. I don't
Why?
like
What?
Murray. I don't
You
really
know,
care for
Joker's.
their coach either.
You know,
What did
Joker's
they
about to
coach
be
do?
MVP this year again, right?
Unfortunately,
You can't even even if you don't think he should be a 3-time MVP. You don't think he's a good player? You don't think the Joker's a good player?
no, not really. No, I think he's average.
An average 3 straight MVP player.
But
Well, I mean,
you're
MVP is based on narratives, so
right.
Oh my god.
Forget the MVP. Like, forget the MVP award and everything like that. The Joker as a player. What did he have the other night, last week? He had 40, 17, and 10. An average player can do that. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, when you got the offense run through you, you get the ball damn near 80% of the time, and your usage rate is that high. Yeah,
This is the
but
this one I was.
put him against AD, AD smoke his ass. Put him against Embiid, Embiid will smoke his ass. He'll get you the numbers, but he's not gonna win you no championship.
Is Embiid going to
Wow,
win you a
regular
championship?
Yeah,
Ooh.
I don't
he
think
would.
so.
He would. You give him the right running man as a guard.
They got him James Harden now.
James Harden declining, man.
He's back in shape.
Who does he need then,
Still
Shane?
declining. Like they should have never gave up Jimmy Butler. Like that was their best chance.
But I was going to ask you guys this: do you think that it would be because obviously you had the Calvin Ridley thing where he missed the whole season due to betting on the
His own
games
team.
and but he wasn't playing though. But I saw Barkley said he was basically, and I agree that he was saying that as much as you look at the ticker on ESPN and they got the money line and the who the favorite is, the spread for
Yeah.
each game.
Yeah.
So as much as this is promoted, and when you'll watch the football, you'll watch the game, and Al Michaels at the end will say, so maybe somebody's going to kick a field goal or something like that, immediately drive at the end, but it'll affect the line. And Al Michaels will say, this will be interesting for some people, something like that. Like
Yeah.
every commercial you see is DraftKings and Underdog and all this different stuff.
Yeah.
But then you want to get mad at Calvin Ridley for betting on a game that he wasn't even playing in. But what I was going to say is, because I remember, when I was a kid, my dad would talk about the referees. He was talking about it more in the sense of like the NBA giving orders to the referees to get, kind of sway games in certain directions, depending on, if they want the series to go long or stuff like that. And he would say that, maybe referees can kind of control the flow of the game and the outcome by calling fouls at specific times and stuff like that. And I used to think he was crazy. But now that I'm older and I'm betting and gambling, I go, man, would a referee or a coach or a player, people have always talked about point shaving and guys throwing games and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys think that stuff really happens? Like, say it was, I said to Ty Lue, he had the under, it just was weird to me how that happened. But do you guys believe in that stuff? Do you think it's not something that's beneath players, coaches, referees to go, hey man, I got I got the Lakers, whatever the line was tonight. The referee had it one way or the other, and so he'll call a couple fouls late here and there to try to get it to go how he wants it to go. You guys think that kind of stuff really happens?
Yeah, just not as much as people would think. Because, like, you don't, other than really, like, with Michael Jordan, you haven't really seen nobody openly, like, go gabble or, do any of that stuff in the league. Like, you might see them in Vegas once in a while, but it's nobody openly, like, playing playing cards. I mean, like they talk about they play cards on the plane or on a gym on a team bus and stuff like that, and they gamble like doing that. But you're not gonna hear too much of that, at least in the open of, hey, let me get 10 points on, kick the under on this so and so. So
of course, it's not going to be out in the open, but do you think it happens?
once in a while, but it's not as much as everybody thinks it does.
Okay, that's fair enough. I was definitely watching Ty Lue last night. Like, bro, please, you're killing me. I love you, man. You helped us in 01.
Even if you watch Laker Nation, they got I forgot his name, but I got an old boy from the what's that radio station anyway? But he does the gambling, the Vegas lines, like what's the under on AD scoring plus 35 or plus
Right.
25? Like they have somebody for that now. So it's
Yeah,
going to
I had
continue
AD
growing.
yesterday. He delivered for me. I had him over 24 and a half. He scored 30. But, you know, I had him in a parlay. The parlay didn't hit, you know? So, and I bet, bro, I bet $1 at a time. I do it just for the love of the sport, basically. The love of you know, I'm just trying to see a win. But it's like, it's people who, I saw a guy, he had a 6-leg parlay, and all he needed was for Westbrook to get 20, I think the line was 21 and a half points and assists. He needed Westbrook to go over. Westbrook had 17 points and 4 assists when they took him out. You know, he didn't play, like I said, in the fourth quarter and overtime. So imagine you know, that guy had a chance to. It was a six. The guy could have turned $40 into, you know, what's 40 times 25, bro? He could have turned it into like $1,000, you know, like, depending on how much he bet. And to sit there and watch Ty Lue do that, it's like, bro. It's tough, but you guys have anything else you want to say tonight?
I'm good, but I know Herbert wanted to get in here. Unfortunately, we've once again run out of time, Herbert. I'm sorry.
And Laker Nation and Anto, don't panic. We are still in this. That's all I gotta say.
I'm cool as a fan because you know what, bro? I look at it. The NBA is not like it used to be. There really are. There is no more dominant team. It doesn't have that same feeling that it had when I loved the game. And I don't really expect any of these teams. I don't care if it's the Clippers, the Lakers, the Warriors. I don't expect any of these teams. I don't ever expect a team that's in the play-in to win an NBA championship against teams that have been playing hard all year and winning all year. They have the muscle memory. They're battle tested. You know. So you think
Well,
the Lakers are gonna spend basically screw off half the season and then make some trades, come out in the second half of the season, make the play in, and then get past, you know, Denver or
yes.
If there's any team in history that's built to do it, it's this team, possibly.
Plus the bottom, the teams in the bottom of the West way more scary than the teams at the top of the West right now.
The Warriors would be in the play-in technically right now.
But that's what I'm saying. Like if Warriors happen to make it, Denver ain't gonna do nothing with the Warriors.
I mean, it's like I could see bro. It's even before Lakers made these trades, you could see the talent. We know what the Lakers can do and can be. As long as the Lakers have AD and LeBron, they're going to be a team that if you have to play them in a 7-game series, like I said, when we played Phoenix in 2021, and we were up 2-1 before AD hurt his, I think it was his groin, or his hamstring. I think it was his groin.
He hurt some.
Yeah, and the way we were playing, I remember they kept showing, TNT was showing like some kind. It was a weird little like close up angle, and you could see LeBron and AD coming downhill. Like I said, these two big pterodactyls, you know, and it's like the Lakers even now have guys like like that, like big athletic guys. The Lakers probably have more big athletic guys than any team in the league. You know, and these smaller teams, when these teams are built so small, sometimes it's just a simple like, bro, these guys are just too big and too athletic for us. So the Lakers can be that to teams, but it's just that to me, when you're playing, an 82 game season, when Denver comes out every night to try to win, and the Celtics and the Bucks, they play hard every single night. They have that muscle memory, and their guys don't miss as many games as guys we have. So I
Well,
just don't know how.
excuse or not, Denver, Milwaukee, Boston, most of the teams that are on those top seeds, they're the ones who stay the healthiest or have been staying the healthiest. Everybody else didn't have injuries left and right. Now, granted, what's the name on the Bucks? Look, I'm getting his name. They shooter been out in and out the
Middleton?
lineup, but for the most part, their team's been intact.
But that's what I'm
So
saying. To me, when you're healthy and you come out every night and you're not trying to load manage, you come out every night and you're trying to win games. The muscle memory that you have from playing hard and winning every night, to me, that's meaningful. It's really never been a team that just,
I mean, to an extent,
even
but
when the Lakers with Shaq and Kobe would flip the switch in the playoffs and win championships, what happened the last two of the three-peat years, it felt like they were going 41 and 41. They would be a top two seed, and they would win it after just kind of lollygagging through the season, or
Yeah.
beefy or Shaq and Kobe would argue through the through the season in 2001. So to think that this team is going to go 40 and 42 and make the play in, and then somehow they're going to be there in June at the end and winning the championship, I just don't think that's going to happen. But
of course you know,
I
but
mean,
it could happen.
well, that'll be the first
I mean,
time
look
ever,
at
right?
that year Philly went. They were
Huh?
barely 3-4 games under 500, over 500.
Who?
Yeah.
Who?
The Sixers.
What you talking about? The Allen Iverson year?
Yeah.
Where they won 56 games.
No, they didn't.
So how many games did they win, Shane?
They won like 42, 44 or something like that.
The Sixers won 56 games. Mitch, could you please look it up, please,
yep.
if possible? We're going to end this show on another Shane Murray lie.
First of all, it's not a lie. All right.
Damn. 2000, 2001. Wild. Man. So how many games did you say they won, Shane Murray?
I said like 42 to 44.
42 to 44. Wow.
I said they won 56.
You said they won 56, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just want to make sure. Yep. All right. Well, people, once again, Shane Murray has lied to you. The 76ers were 56 and 26. They
They
were
have the number one
first.
seed.
What the hell?
They were the number one seed. Like, what's wrong with this guy? Put some more respect on Allen Iverson's name.
I have respect for Allen Iverson's name. I will have respect for that team. That team was trash.
Apparently they weren't. They won 56 games.
Because of AI.
You should put some more respect on AI's name. Isn't he in your like ridiculous top 10 list of all time?
My top 10 is not ridiculous. He is in my top 10.
Okay.
By the way,
Ridiculous.
I Shane the list, the playlist on YouTube with Shane saying crazy stuff used to be called Shane Murray's Greatest Hits. I changed the name to Shane Says the Darndest Things.
Oh my gosh.
But
He's making stuff up in his head like, oh man, yeah, that team was trash. They probably only won 42 games. Man, you were right. Yeah, they only won 42 games. All right, I'm gonna say it then.
That's what he was
That
saying
team
to
was
himself.
trash.
What did you say? Shane?
That's how it happens.
That team was trash.
Yeah, but
They won 56 games.
The East is trash.
he can never just say I was just wrong, Ken.
Right? Man.
They were trash, but you got the number completely wrong, Shane. They didn't have as much talent, but they won 56 games.
They looked trash against the Lakers because we were really good.
Okay, I was wrong. Fine, then.
Thank you.
Oh,
and that's it. That's the end of
clip it. Clip it. Put it on a loop, please.
Shane Murray said I was wrong.
I got a random topic for y'all. I'll run past y'all.
It's almost over now.
Even though it's not your area, I'm gonna run it past y'all. We
heard. Mitch. You can play like a sound bite, Mitch.
I need that clip. I'm gonna play it on a loop, on repeat forever and ever and ever and ever on Snapchat, just like on a loop, on a loop, on a loop. I need that. I need that clip.
I will send you that, Mitch. You got it.
Oh man, I need that.
Whatever. Anyway, random topic. Random
Put it on the T-shirt, underdog.
Random topic.
Oh my god.
We know that I know that's not usually y'all areas, but you know that Candace Parker just joined Vegas Aces.
Okay.
Do y'all consider that a super team? And if so, if not, what does a super team in WNBA look like?
That's a perfect way to end this episode. Perfect, because I don't know who else plays for the Las Vegas Aces. Man, you must be insane. And we almost at the 1 hour.
Of course
mark.
you don't.
We almost at the 1 hour mark. That's the perfect way to end it. We're not going to go over this week. I think Mitch, you already said your piece to Herbert.
You're not even going to respond. Y'all even going.
No, that's a perfect way to end it.
Sorry, Herbert. We ran out of time.
Really, y'all ain't going to respond.
Dame Murray's ridiculousness strikes again.
I'm sorry, ladies. I try to include y'all. See how they do. I'm sorry. See how they do.
Oh my gosh! Shout out to Candace Parker for getting married and having a baby and
win a championship.
Come back to LA, Candace.
No, I can't. Never come back to LA. Never. Derek Fisher screwed that up.
Yeah, I used to have a crush on Candace Parker back on there. I'm sure I wasn't the only one.
I still do.
Right. So before we get out of here, just a few reminders. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button next to the Complete Lakers podcast. If you prefer the audio version, remember to rate, review, and subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts. The show is also on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, and every other major podcatcher. Make sure to follow the show on Twitter and Instagram at TC Pod Network and to like it on Facebook. Just search for the Complete Lakers podcast. And finally, send feedback and mailbag questions to CompleteLakersPodcast@gmail.com. We are out.